Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Peaky Blinders. This is the final ever episode. So I've got to say, I'm happy that we're here in the finale. They're always the best episodes, but it is a sad day. I'm absolutely devastated. I ain't gonna lie. Really love this show. You know, 6 seasons sounds like a lot, but then when you only add up 6 episodes per season, it's like, oh, mate, I've had so many seasons, but so little episodes, but so much joy. Do you know what I mean? And you know what? I'm absolutely devastated because, you know, I've gone into this season wanting Tommy to dominate everybody, and I feel like he's going to die. I actually do feel like he's going to die. You know, we have been told that he's got this disease and he has only got a certain amount of time to live. So he's putting everything in place, and we've seen him try to bring people into the fold. He's brought the Duke in, his son that he's just found out from Ezra. He's obviously brought Linda back to try and help Arthur. And he's, you know, he's still making deals. He made a deal with Diana. He ended up sleeping with her so that he could, as pretty much payment. You know, that's what it is. You know, he asked her to do something, and obviously in return for payment, obviously he slept with her. She's ended up coming like a proper bitch and told Lizzie, and knew it was going to happen. So she's gone off. She's devastated as well. I actually do feel sorry for Lizzie in this situation. She, you know, she's going to lose Tommy. She's found out this. She's lost a daughter this season. It's not been a good, solid one for her. And, you know, I always wanted Tommy to actually beat Michael ever since their feud started. But now, obviously, we've got into this season, and I know that Tommy's going to die in the future. I actually want, not Michael to kill Tommy, but I want Michael to, I want him to survive, and then I want him to try and take over Jack and Gina and all of their business in New York, in New York and Boston and all that, mate. I think that would be really, really interesting. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if I have to choose a side right now while Tommy's alive, then I want Tommy to win. But because I know Tommy's going to die, and I know that obviously we're going to have to progress on in the storyline and maybe a future spin-offs and extra episodes and, you know, progressing stories, I think it'd be sick if obviously Michael maybe tries to obviously take over the business across, you know, overseas. I think that would be fascinating. But we're here in today's episode. There's so many things that we have to, you know, get answered today. What's Alfie doing, you know, in terms of the deal that Tommy made with him, and obviously the opium into Boston? What's Jack? Is he actually going to succeed in trying to kill Arthur? You know, he did acquire a new informant inside of the business, and obviously he told him that you either go and put Arthur on a plate to me, or I'm pretty much going to kill you. Is you know, are Tommy and Michael gonna feud, and is somebody gonna actually kill one another in the final episode? What's happening with Diana? You know, why has she been implemented into the story, and why is she trying to, you know, all season she's been trying to sleep with Tommy, but is there a bigger picture going on there? And finally, you know, is Mosley gonna get what he wants? Is he gonna end up going to be the Prime Minister? You know, how are these stories gonna be concluded here in the final episode? Because this is the final episode, and there is still quite a few things that, you know, that we still got going. Lots of running stories that need to be, you know, pretty much cut off. So I can't wait for today's episode. Hopefully we wrap it all up. So thanks for checking out today's video. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into the final ever episode of Peaky Blinders.
The smoke from your daughter's funeral still in your clothes. Did you slip with someone? Not just someone, the enemy. You are cursed, Tommy, never to understand the limits that other people will accept.
I will be away, Lizzie. And while I'm gone, I know a place.
Always gone, always away. Now leave me to say goodbye to Ruby.
Mum already told me she's leaving. Where are you going?
A hotel.
I'll come with you. You're not my mum, but you're my mum, then he's my dad.
Oh, that is steep, mate.
He's never here.
I know a good place. Lizzie, I'll arrange that place.
And you'll be here all alone?
Where will you go?
To heaven, son. To heaven, lad. Oh, maybe not, actually. I don't know.
What have you ever fired?
Shot one.
Arthur tells me when they were taking care of some business at the betting shop, you ran away.
It was unfair.
Fairness is not a soldier's concern. Just one more thing we need to know about you. Can you keep a secret?
Mate. Yo, they had me on strings there. I thought he was a mole. I'm going to go with it right now until I see further on in the episode. I don't know, man. Just that intense music, the way he was talking, felt like he was going to shoot him or blame these for what happened to his mum. That was interesting anyway. I don't know if I read that totally wrong, but I liked it. Again, you know, deep what you know, Tommy's kids just said to him there, that you're more my mum than he's my dad. He's never here. You know, I want to come with you. She said that Tommy wouldn't allow it, but he's going to, because like I said, he's putting everything in place now, isn't there? He's trying to get everything sorted so that when he's not here, his family's sustainable. Do you know what I mean? And he can live a happy life. And you know, there's no point in fighting it. You are going away. You're doing the mission, and he's going to end up with being with Lizzie anyway, isn't there? So there's no point in upsetting everybody. Just get on with it. Oh, has he got a thing to report?
I know. Brain.
All them bullets that missed. It's funny, Arthur. It's funny is what it is. I don't want anyone who may or may not love me to have to see me crawl or grow insane or helpless. That would be a cruelty to me and to them. Some of the contracts I'll be allocating are with companies in which we have an interest.
Fuck you and your contract.
So the Shelby Company Limited will continue to earn money.
On your fucking
Arthur.
feet. On your feet, soldier.
Turn the fuck up, come here.
No! No!
Yo, that must have hurt, that.
Really? Enough! Let me see your eyes.
I'm clean, man. The dragon's fucking gone. Thanks to you.
I'm still fucking here. Put yourself together, come on. We have work to do.
Before we go into that there, I've got to say, I like that scene. Do you know, like, it's always good when somebody dies unexpectedly, yeah? Because it's like, oh my God, mate, I did not expect that to happen. But I also do like the side when you know somebody is going and you watch it play out and you see how it affects everybody and the emotions that, you know, comes with it. You know, I'm not saying that the originals is the best show in the world, but like, from watching that on the channel and obviously experiencing it with many people that obviously watched it, you know, and was involved in the engagements and the talking and the discussions, like Klaus, the whole season at the very end was he was knowing that he was going, he was sacrificing himself, and like regardless if you wanted it to happen the way I don't want Tommy to die, you know that that was going to be inevitable. And then when you got to the very end and you had Elijah stood there, his brother in front of him, as obviously both of them was going to take the last breath, it's like, me. You know what I mean? Like, that was much more sadder and better than the like, oh my God moment of somebody dying. Like I said, it's always good when it happens. But like, that's good when a fringe character dies. Do you know what I mean? So like, if Lizzie got shot, she's kind of part of the main cast, but she's not Arthur, she's not Tommy. Do you know what I mean? She's not the John when he got killed. Now it's just building up, seeing how it affects everybody, the emotions. I can feel the feels, you know what I mean? Like, in me, I'm feeling sorry for Arthur, I'm feeling sorry for Tommy. I could see that he's trying to put everything, you know, in place. Just the fact that he wants to take his own life, pretty much. He don't want to sit there and deteriorate. We said that, didn't we, earlier on when he found out? He don't want his family seeing him weak. He wants to go out as, you know, like as a soldier, and he'll take his own life, and he just wants Curly and Arthur to come and burn him. It's crazy, and it's sad, and I think that it's going to get well emotional later on.
Are you sure you want Billy? I had to shut up the shop.
Yes, we want Billy.
Oh, you'd be well scared going in there. It was like that time that a guy come in and he shot him in his head because he knew that he was stealing.
We're all gathered. I have to collect payment for a shipment of goods which left Liverpool 10 days ago.
Payment from who?
South Boston Irish. Then Johnny Dogs has already sailed for Canada. Michael will be there. We'll be leaving Arrow House for good. And there are things that need removing. I need men that I can trust. There is cash, there is valuables. There are also bodies buried on the grounds which need digging up before the contractors start moving earth. You ready for the party, son?
Yeah, if it's a party, can we bring girls?
While you're digging fucking holes, I'll be here drinking champagne.
You want a drink, baby?
No.
Water like Tommy, huh?
Till this thing is done, I need a clear head.
The Shelby men will all be together on Sunday, but Arthur will be having dinner with his wife at the bar at the Garrison Tavern.
So they already know what's happening. Trust, they must know. It's just a setup to see you spilling the beans.
The Shelby table is right next to the window. Maybe our people could just drive by and shoot Arthur through the glass without even getting out of the car.
Who'll do the killing?
Tommy's working with a faction of the IRA.
I've decided that the illegitimate son is not a threat. My decision.
Michael, baby. Everything's been agreed. How many men do you think they killed with bullets and blades? That's how you will become king.
Oh, come on, Michael, mate. I'm hoping for a redemption here, son. I'm hoping you do the right thing. Go for Tommy if you want. That's fine. Don't go for Duke. Don't go for Arthur. Don't go for Charles, mate. Imagine.
Over the last few months, I've had some associates of mine break into some of your pals' houses. They stole paperwork, letters, bills, bank statements.
You're not upset?
Yeah, what's he throwing at her?
This is a list of all landowning families facing foreclosure. No, I'm not upset that my wife left me. And yeah, if you want to fuck, I'll fuck.
Mr. Shelby, bring this in person was to tell you that after our wedding, you must understand that if you so much as look in my wife's direction, I will have you killed.
Again, before we go into this, right? I proper hate Mosley and Diana. Right? I actually really hate them. But I think that if you'd done a spin-off with him and his wanting of rise to the top and his personality and what they're willing to go through, I think that you could write an interesting, good, addicting story with them. I actually do. Like, you don't have to like a character to like stuff that it could be entertaining. Does that make sense? So like, he's so annoying. He actually really is annoying. I hate like every time he's on the screen, I do want to clock him myself, but like, I'm always interested in him, and I think that he's got a good potential. But it doesn't mean that I like him. I do think that, you know, if he doesn't die in this season and it leaves open-ended with like a progression where he could possibly go, I think he'd be an interesting one and good like story that you could actually write in and get addicted to if you wanted to do like, you know, more towards a story.
Be careful with this, baby. See any potholes? You drive around them.
We're hearing so many rumours about what's happening to the house.
Tommy says your second best quality after your baking is you don't ask questions. Get everybody away from the house until Monday. Okay?
I like Francis. I hope he settles her.
More than a man's life.
There's only one guest here. The rest of the rooms are free if you want to use them while you wait.
There was a storm last night. Last of a hurricane.
He's not coming by boats, he's coming by plane.
There will be a war.
Imagine experiencing all that he's experienced.
What's going on?
Where's the fucking booze?
In the kitchen. All the booze is in the kitchen.
I hope he gets killed. I hope he gets thrown in the fire, me. Before this happens, right, I hope that Tommy's been smart so far all the way through the show. And I hope that he's anticipating an attack on Arthur. That they sat down and he said openly, everybody will be at Tommy's house and I will be here alone celebrating. I don't know if he said with Linda or just on his Todd. But that, again, it seems like a key bit of information that's dropped to find the mole.
I thought there were going to be girls here.
Who needs girls when you're in an house bound for hell?
Fuck do you mean?
We can do whatever we want in this house.
I don't want to drink. Are we going to dig up those fucking bodies, yeah?
Wait until all the bodies are buried before you start digging them.
Hey.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm a fucking Shelby.
So am I.
So am I.
Yeah. This gives me the feels of, do you remember when he tried doing that with the Italians? When he sat in that house, he knew something was going to happen.
Charges set to blue in 30 minutes. That's in exactly 16:20.
Just that's a shit way to try and kill Tommy, that, Michael. If you're going to take him out, you take him out in a fight or in a shootout or in a stabbing, not just a little bomb blow up and kill him. That's a crap way. Hey.
Take the gun, Finn. Arthur says if you don't do it, then you can walk away from this family for good.
You're the son of a fucking whore.
Go on, Finn. I'm not seeing you do anything in this show, man. Actually do something and kill him. Shoot him.
Use it on these fucks.
I don't even dare, man. It's not loaded. I can't believe he's just shot it. You absolute bellend. Whoa. Go on, son.
You are no longer a member of this Shelby family.
Oh. That's deep.
Of the Peaky fucking Blinders.
He defo deserved to die, that guy, didn't he, though? Let's be honest. I can't believe Finn chose him over family. It's mad, that, isn't it? Boom. Oh. Yes.
What are your man to drop it?
You'd shoot us like dogs?
No, don't shoot.
You would shoot him like dogs?
Shoot fucking fascists. Move.
Whoa. Yes, mate. What a shot, Charlie, mate. That was well good. Who's the sniper as well? That's what I want to know. Someone's still up there. It's Arthur, innit? Spinning round. She's right there.
Time for the chosen one to reveal himself.
Who's that? Who's just been shot? Just walk right up to a point blank, Arthur. It looks so good walking through that smoke in that mask. Sick, mate.
Her name was Elizabeth Gray. She was my Aunt Polly.
And she's just for the
Shut up, mate. Literally, shut up. She was the biggest pusser I've ever seen. In it, mate, not in Smalley. Her, right, was big man on the phone. She's a typical one of them ones, like, on the phone, text, oh, I'll beat you up, yeah, you get in real life. It's like, they're calm, you shake it, ooh. Like, literally, every time she was on the phone, she was doing these threats and big deals, thinking she was a big man, and every time she got there in front of somebody, she was shitting her kicks. Literally, that was good there. Not in Smalley. Getting revenge for Mount Polly, boom, dead.
How was the flight? So it's the future. I'm not so sure. Whiskey.
We want you to take us to where the opium is being stored.
And then we will provide you with a banker's draft for the full amount.
I'll go with Tommy. You boys follow behind.
I got my cigarettes.
Oh, I just forgot my cigarettes. What was that marking on the door then? I think that he's took out the other men, me. He done it. Yes, Michael. Yes, Michael.
I switched the ticker like you said, Tom.
No, Michael. No. Yes, Tommy. You have done that. Johnny, man, you're a fucking loyal guy, man. Honestly.
I'm gonna go look at the fun.
Yes, Johnny Dogs, man. Good character in, man.
Who killed her?
Well, they made her own choices, Michael.
No one close to you makes a choice without your opinion, Tom. Your lethal hand is always on our shoulders.
Wonder if he lets him live. Wonder if he lets Michael live. Fuck off, mate. He's dead. He's killed him. I'm liking it. I still need to know what's going on with Jack and Alfie, though. Final piece of the puzzle. And it'd be fucking well good.
I smell the smell of roasting Irishman.
I thought he was going to come here. I knew it.
I now own half of Boston. Justice and housekeeping. Long overdue. Oh, that's on how you keep it.
You know, Alfie, I'm fucking dying anyway.
We're all dying anyway.
Now, after all this time, just you and me. And I crossed the line. Michael, Polly.
If you are about to express profound emotion, you might be better served expressing it to someone who gives a fuck.
Shall we go and witness the final act?
What is the final act, mate? I'm happy that Alfie's, come out on top or whatever. I wouldn't mind an extension of story with Alfie, to be honest. Tom Hardy, you can't knock him as an actor. They're blowing it up. How much would that house actually cost?
I'd like to raise a toast. A simple toast. It's a family. Sometimes it is shelter from the storm. Sometimes it is the storm itself. After I'm gone, it was you who was born to be a politician, not me. Remember that.
Where's Arthur?
He went for a walk down the river. Said he's not good at farewell. Told me to tell you that where you're going, Tommy, there will I be very soon.
Is she hitched, Johnny?
Tommy, you tell me right now, where are you going? Tommy, you come to me with everything. You always come to me.
Not this time.
Is he actually experiencing sickness? That's what I would like to know. I've not really seen him do anything bad. Hey, Tommy carved into it. If he does shoot himself, the show should end on the bank. Oh, is that Ruby? Oh, look at this.
Did Polly send you?
You're not even sick? No, not true. I know it. You've got to live, Daddy. Light the fire again and get warm. And you will see that you must live.
Mosley. Oh. Oh. Fuck me, mate. How's this the final season? Just said that. Did you show any symptoms at all? Fucking hell, mate. Whoa. 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 This episode, right, couldn't have gone any fucking better than I wanted it to. It literally couldn't have gone any better. I'm absolutely loving it. That is the best thing I've seen. It's so good. Oh. They need to come here. He needs to say what he was just about to say in himself, and then fucking boom, mate, dead.
Said, have you filled the car with petrol?
How's the wedding in Berlin? I'm guessing you people all decided that the only person who could ever kill Thomas Shelby
It's Thomas Shelby.
is Thomas Shelby himself.
You are no longer the kind of man who would kill another man in cold blood.
Just killed his family member. Shut up.
Close your eyes. 11th hour. Peace out, last.
End on that bullet. Ah, why has he saved him? He's gone up to actually burn it, like... Yes, that's what I've got to say. Yes, 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 yes. Tommy is not dead. I love it. You know, the show's finished. I always say, me, do you know, like when you watch something and like, you know, something's ending, you don't mind characters dying. And like, I totally stand by that. I don't mind that if Tommy died, he died. I wouldn't actually mind it, because I know that apparently the show's finished after season 6. This was the end. But the fact is, right, we ended it in a good way that it is open. You can, if you want to, in the future, you can extend it, you can go on, you could do a storyline between Tommy and Mosley, you could just do a Mosley one himself running, you know, he mentioned something that Hitler, he was, like, I don't know, his best man at his wedding or something. You still got Alfie here, you know, he's running Boston, and Jack, he's still alive, to be fair. We didn't actually conclude that storyline, in my opinion. Like, we concluded it with Michael and that business side of it, but not with Jack, and it's open. You could do one whole... Like, you could do a spin-off with Jack and Alpha in Boston. Who's going to be, you know, like, in charge? Who's running it? Do you know what I mean? It would work. You could do a Tommy and Mosley one. That would work. I actually really enjoyed this episode. I said, mate, just before he was about to kill himself, I literally said, are you even showing any symptoms? I physically said that. Because I understand that he wants to go out like a soldier and he doesn't want to deteriorate and let his family care for him and put pressure on other people to try and look after him. But, like, what I was saying is, I would still be living my life up until the point where I started, you know, experiencing the sicknesses, you know, and still started coughing up blood like Ruby did, until I started seeing the green-eyed man. All of this stuff, that is where I would say, right, my time is now coming to an end. You know, like, if somebody told me I had, like, the worst stage cancer that is literally incurable, and I was a person like Tommy who'd be like, right, I'm going to go and kill myself. I would kill myself when it come to a stage where I no longer can depend on myself. I wouldn't kill myself when it was in a healthy condition. Tommy has been in a healthy condition throughout the whole show, yeah? Now, the seizure bit is interesting. I don't know how they acquired that information and how they obviously used that in the explaining. Do you know, like, when he come in, the doctor, and he sat in front of Tommy, and he told him that he had tuberculosis, and he was saying stuff, and he was like, you know, have you experienced any things? Have you been having any seizures? You know, he actually had been having seizures, and he actually had been having these like PTSD kind of flashbacks, and it kind of fit with it, and you wouldn't start questioning it. Do you know what I mean? And if you did get that second opinion, which Tommy said he actually did get that second opinion, I thought Tommy's the type of guy to just like throw it away and be like, sack that, it's done. Do you know what I mean? I need to put my affairs in order. But he just revealed there that he did do. And he's gone, and the girl, or the female, whatever you want to say, has told him that, yeah, it's uncurable. You know, he's going to be dying between 12 and 18 months. And she was at the wedding. She's well connected. She was there. And, like, I absolutely love that little flashback, or whatever you want to call it, vision of Ruby when she come. He said, Daddy, you're not even sick. Do you know what I mean? Your business is not yet done. You let the fire go out. You need to, do you know what I mean? He accepted it. He was willing to put his life on the line in many occasions, in many, you know, situations. And do you know what? I know that, like, he did sleep with Diana to obviously put this thing in place, and obviously it's a bit savage on Lizzie. But I feel like Tommy become a better person in the last 12 months, or in the time that he found out that he was sick. I believe that his mindset changed. He tried to help more people, whether it was, you know, building houses for the poor, whether it was, you know, putting things in place for Arthur. Do you know what I mean? He got Linda back to try and help him, made donations, you know, brought his son into the fold. He done a lot of things that I think that if Tommy was fit and healthy and just back running the business, that he wouldn't have done. You know what I mean? He cut deals with Alpha. He finished his feud with Michael. Like, it was good. And I like how he's gone over. He's gone to light the fire again, because literally he was letting the fire go out because he felt like his fire was going out. Do you know what I mean? And now it's not. It's burning. It's brighter. It's stronger than ever. Like, he stood in front of that doctor there and he was saying, look, mate, you know, I'm a new man. He basically said something like, I'm not buried anymore, I've been reborn. That's what I mean. Like, the guy accepted for the past however months this was, that he was 6 feet under the ground. And I like as well, consistently throughout the show, they've always said that whatever life they have here now living is a bonus, because they all died at war. They said it at John's funeral. Do you know what I mean? They said that Jeremiah and, you know, and Arthur and myself, we was there, we was fighting, and we agreed that any time that we have now back in Birmingham is a bonus. And when the time comes, you accept it, because what we experienced in the war, that was death. We all died that day. And that's deep. And he said it here as well. You know what I mean? He was saying it to Arthur when he was at the desk, when he was in his office. He said, look, mate, you know, I've been dead for a long time. Now I'll actually have my name, a certificate with it. Deep way of looking at it. You know, it was good that he didn't really tell everybody, if you think about it at the end, that he was going to kill himself / he was dead, because, you know, they'd all be devastated. He could kind of come back into their lives now. Do you know what I mean? He could say he went on a mission, a soul finding one or whatever. Or he could just pretend he's dead. You know, Alpha has been a dead man for ages. And he's still here and he's still running business. And Tommy can technically be a dead man. He could pretend that he is. Mosley doesn't know that he's not dead. You know what I mean? If he could disappear and then do plans in the background to try and get after him, his carriage is burnt, you know, someone could find it and think that he's gone. There's lots of things, but I think this episode was great, me, honestly. I can't fault it in any way, shape or form. I thought Tommy, starting this episode, I thought Tommy was coming in dying. Ending the episode, I thought Tommy was dying. Ending the episode, Tommy's riding off in his white horse, just like he started the first episode, coming in on it. Fucking loved it, mate. Good way of ending it, in my personal opinion. And it's open. The door is open for spin-offs, which I enjoy. Okay, and that is going to wrap up Peaky Blinders, the finale. And I've ended with a smile on my face. Loved it. Great stuff. I've got to say, from the get-go, Billy Grade and Captain Swing are both little pussies, mate. Literally, I'm glad both of them died. So happy. So happy. You know what, right? I can't, like, Billy, he was just, I don't know, just, it's just annoying. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was a little mole. It's a typical moley ratty person. And do you know what I mean? When confronted, crapped himself. Now, but Captain Swing is different. She thought, like, the thing is, she thought she was sick. She thought she was so big, you know. How many times has she been in the seasons? Maybe the Changretta one. I don't know if... Do you remember? She rang Tommy then. Oh, yeah, we got Michael. Yeah, you know, that was when she was kind of, like, first introduced. And, like, they go in there, I don't know, she went on like she was some big thing, the IRA, you know, like, you're not going to mess with us. We kept Mosley alive because we've got him for bigger plans. Like, she was massive. And then when she come in and confronted by Tommy and Arthur, crapping her keks, I could smell it, you know, it was running down her leg, all that turd. So I'm glad that she got killed. Oh, yeah, you don't, boom, we do it here, mate. We avenge our family. You're dead. Shut up. Go away. That's it. That's for Polly. I like it. Now, good episode. I've got to say, it pretty much done well in answering most of my stuff. So coming into it, I had lots of questions. Do you know what I mean? What was happening with Alfie? What was happening with Jack? What was happening with Michael? Is Tommy going to kill himself? What's happening with her? And you know what I mean? And what's happening with Billy? Pretty much had all of them questions coming into this, and all of them got answered. I think everything got answered apart from Jack, i.e., what happened? Like, Jack technically didn't really anything. Like, yeah, he allowed Michael to go after and kill Tommy. Now, Jack himself, yeah, after getting Billy to go and try and kill Arthur, hasn't suffered any consequences. You know, Captain Swing, she got it, but Jack's still okay. But, do you know what I mean? Like, Jack's allowed Tommy to import, you know, his opium into Boston with their deal. You know, they sat at the table with, obviously, Diana, Mosley and him, and he said, well done, Mr. Shelby. Do you know what I mean? Now you've paid your allegiance to the cause and shown that you're willing to go to the extreme lengths. You are now open for business in Boston. But he's already cut that deal with with Alfie, and he's doing it already. Alfie earlier on, well, towards the end of the episode was saying, you know, they're controlling it. He's married now as well. So, like, in terms of the Alfie thing, kind of a little bit concluded. And I thought, before we found out that Tommy wasn't sick and he's still alive, that a good way to go would have been Alfie killing Tommy, the way Tommy tried to kill Alfie when Alfie was sick. Do you know what I mean? I thought like that would have been kind of nice, if that makes sense, because Alfie was sick and his rival would have killed him. You know, Tommy was sick and his rival would have killed him. It would have been pretty good, return the favour. But no, Tommy stayed alive. He was going to go and kill himself, you know. He went to shoot him. Ruby's come in, and then that scene was fucking great. Do you know what I mean? Like, a couple of seconds before I was saying, are you even sick? Have you shown any symptoms? Boom, she's turned up. Daddy, you're not sick. You let the fire go out, go and light it again. Boom, he's rejuvenalized. You know what I mean? He's ready to go. Now, like what he said to Ada, if anybody's going to be running for, you know, to be a politician, it's you. Now, in terms of, let's just talk about the politics in the side of it, Tommy still wants to go and build all these houses for all these people, which is good, and he wants to pass a bill in Parliament, so that's still open. Do you know what I mean? Mosley said that he was getting married to Diana, which actually happened, and obviously now he's gone. He's had, you know, he said, I'm pretty sure he said Adolf Hitler was there at the wedding. Now, again, crazy in general like that, and I mean, that could be a mad storyline spin-off on its own. Tommy can go after them, you know. I'm just excited with all the endless possibilities. Do you know what I mean? Like, if the show finish and never, nothing, no spin-off ever again, fine. I'm totally happy with it. It's a great ending. But they also, like, left it with a couple of things here and there that you could dabble into, that you could extend it and go forward, which, I mean, like, I'm really happy about. Like, I know I keep saying it, but I am. Because, like I said, mate, I come into the episode with the acceptance. I felt it. I've done there, been there. You know, we've watched, like I say, I always talk about the originals because I think that they've done it perfectly. In terms of, like, a suicide that you knew that was coming, ending your own life for the greater good. Do you know what I mean? Like, they built it up where it was all emotional, and you got all the fairs in, you know, like ready. You had the two brothers, you had the connection, you had the sadness, and I was waiting for it. And I was waiting for it here for Tommy, and then to throw this little twist in the word, say it don't need to happen, actually, we can still do this and that. It's like, oh, great stuff, mate. Do you know what I mean? You've pulled me in, you've got me, I accepted it, now you've left it, and I'm like, oh, interesting, let's go. Mate, Finn been kicked out the family. Do you know what I mean? I cannot believe Finn. I knew he was going to do it. As soon as he gave him the gun, I knew that he was going to shoot. I was going to shoot him. I'm going to shoot him. And then they've turned around. And the Duke, do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't want to kill anyway. He didn't want to be part of it. You know, like when Billy was there and he strangled that referee, he walked out, didn't he? He talked to Tommy. He was in at the canal. He said, look, mate, I don't really want to be around people. That type of life is not for me. it's good, mate. He had me on strings at the start of the episode. I thought that he was going to go and kill Charlie. Do you know what I mean? The way he was talking, the way the pressure like was building, the music that was going. I thought he was saying something about his mum. Have you ever killed someone? Only killed one man. Thought he was talking about him. He had his gun. He loaded it. Thought he was going to point it. He didn't. Got me. Kept going in the episode. I was like, you better not be a bad end. It turns out, mate, he's a loyalist as well, because he's gone and he's done the deed. He's killed him. He's told Finn he's not part of the family. In terms of loyalists, yeah, mate, Johnny Dogs is one guy. Every time he's been involved, he's been so good. Like Francis as well, I'm so happy that she was sat at the table. Just little things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, really, really good. But Johnny, every time he's asked for him, everywhere that he needs to go, you know, whatever it is that needs to happen, whether you go and kill somebody, whether you go and spy, whether you go and dig tunnels, do you know what I mean? He saved his life, Tommy, when Abraham was going to kill him. He chose, like, he believed him. What a great guy. He's done really good. Set Michael up as well. You know what? Michael had me there, because all episode I was kind of thinking, mate, I hope Michael is not going to kill Tommy. Do you know what I mean? I hope that he's going to go against Jack and something. And then, obviously, when the bomb blew up, I kind of knew that it wasn't going to be Tommy, because if Tommy was to go, you would be disappointed. You would be disappointed. I don't care what you say. If Tommy died the way of just being in that car without having a fight with Michael, without, you know, being... I don't know. That was just a crap way for Tommy to die, and that's why I didn't fall for it. What I actually fell for is that Michael took out the other people. When I seen the car go up in smoke and that one blown up, I was like, yes, Michael, yes, yes, yes. And then we went outside and it was, yes, Johnny. Yes, 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 mate. He was the one that flipped it. He switched the car. I'm just going to go over there, Tommy, and look at the fish. And then boom, mate. You know, they stood in front of each other. Michael's blamed Tommy for Polly's death. That's not Tommy's fault. She was part of the family. She knew the risks. You know what I mean? It was savage, the woman from the IRA. She, Captain Swing, killed Polly. That is why I'm really glad that Arthur obviously got revenge and obviously avenged her. And the fact is, yeah, I know that Michael and Tommy didn't really have a fight, but Tommy got the upper hand. Tommy deserved to have the upper hand. Michael tried to undermine him within the business. Michael tried to take over Tommy's business, and then Michael tried to do the same proposal, but with somebody else, and ruin Tommy and take him down and kill him. And Tommy's come out on top. So it's really good. I enjoyed it. And, you know, I can't really ask for a much better way of finishing it. You know, the whole episode, like I said, I keep saying I thought Tommy was dead, and I thought it right up until the last 5 minutes that he was going to die. And then they threw that little twist in, and Mosley, the little snake, implanting his little informants left and right and trying to feed Tommy information to make him think that he was going crazy. And obviously, like, dying. A good twist. It was a good twist. And I've got to say, I feel sorry for Lizzie, to be honest. She's been through so much. She don't even know that Tommy was about to die, and then now he's not sick, and she knows that obviously he's cheated on her, and she's been through the wars. You know, let's be honest, she's been through the rounds, mate. She's been through everything. Tommy was savage towards her earlier on in the season when he was saying, look, mate, I do regret marrying you. Not because I don't love you, because of everything that I put you through. Ruby, the business, the family, what you have to experience. Do you know what I mean? Me, if I knew it, I shouldn't have put you through it. And, like, I am sorry. But just know right here, right now, in this moment, I do love you. That's really good stuff. And, yeah, all I've got to say is it's a great show. Honestly, it really is. You know, they haven't overdone it. They haven't overextended it. They haven't pushed too many, you know, episodes in a season. When it picked up like traction and there was so many people watching it, they just stuck by it. 6 episodes, kept it all action packed. Sometimes little is better. Too much gets boring. Plus too much is a full story as well sometimes. Like, you can extend it and you can keep pushing it, and then it's like, you're just having episodes for filler and slow, and it's just a waste of time. And, like, I think they've just done really well. Like I said, the fact that they introduced Tommy to having a son in the show, and I'm always like, why? You know what I mean? Earlier on, I was like, why? Why has he been brought in when the show's finishing and there's 2 episodes left? What is the point of it? And then we utilised it. Utilised. That is the key word. If you bring characters in, you've got to utilise them. You got to give them a story, and you got to make them have some sort of impact. And he did. and he successfully took out the killing, and you know, he proved that he is a Shelby. Really good, and like I said, I enjoyed it. Arthur didn't play much in the season, to be honest. He didn't play much in the season. I felt like he was a recurring, not a main cast member, but every time he was in a scene with Tommy, it was so good. It was deep, it was emotional. I liked it when he was in the office and he was talking and he was saying the stuff. You know, it got to the heart, and Tommy was like, you don't tell anybody, and it seems like he hasn't as well. Like I said, mate, Arthur, good person, been there, stood by his side the whole time. Now the thing is that makes me think about Arthur is Tommy, he wrote that letter to Tommy and he was saying like, we'll be together again soon or something. I hope that he doesn't kill himself, honestly. You know what I mean? Tommy's been away, it's 1 month. What's happened in that period? We don't know what's happened to the Shelbys, to Ada, to Arthur, you know, to the family. We know what's happened to Tommy, he's still alive, but as far as Arthur's concerned, he's probably dead. So like that one's like, whoa, do you know what I mean? That'll be interesting as well. But I'm going to wrap that up by saying what an amazing show. Cillian Murphy is one fucking sick actor, mate. Sorry for swearing, but I've got to put it in there. And Alpha Solomons as well. Fucking good reoccurring character. And I've got to say, another fucking, you know, big up, double pinpoint bromance relationship to Arthur as well. You and Tom have been so good throughout the whole show. You've entertained me. You've had ups and you've had downs. Every bit of emotion have been thrown in it with Arthur. You've been, you know, trying to get God's side whilst also just being crazy, killing people off the rails, drugs, drink, everything. But at the end of the day, you've been an amazing character. So I've actually loved it. They've been so good. I didn't know what to expect coming into it. But I'm so glad everybody's recommended it to me. It's made me smile. I'm happy. I love it. I would definitely recommend it to everybody. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed my reactions, your comments, the whole thing, shebang. Lovely stuff. Thanks for checking out my video today. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, thanks for watching the full season of Peaky Blinders. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.